Greetings and salutations and welcome to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on your official home for Sault High Athletics 1230 WSOO. Scott Nason in for Dave Watson on this Friday night. Our broadcast engineer back in the 1230 WSOO studios is Mark Sanangelo, and joining us courtside here at the Harris Call Gymnasium is Ray Bell, as we have boys basketball and we have a big boys basketball game tonight. Straits Area Conference title implications on the line as the Sault High Blue Devils, 5-5 on the season, are set to take on the undefeated Rudyard Bulldogs, who are 9-0 on the campaign. And Ray, we were talking about this last night on the girls' broadcast. Certainly something I've looked forward to all week. These teams met earlier this season. Sault High fell by the score of 60-58 to the Rudyard Bulldogs, and you really don't have to hype this game up. This could be the biggest game in boys basketball all season long in the EUP.
Yeah, if you can't get up for this game, you're not going to get up for any games. This should be a great game. Fantastic game to start the season with. Sault High has shown improvement. You'll see how much improvement when they play Rudyard. I look for Rudyard to come out strong and fast to kind of squash any hopes of Sault High knocking them off. So if you're Sault High, you got to kind of weather that storm, stay with your game plan, and just be in a position late in the game to knock them off.
Sault High 5-5 on the season. They have already won 2 games this week and are 4-2 in their last 6 contests. The Blue Devils started this week with a 73-34 win at home over Pickford on Monday night, and then traveled to Detour for the first time in many years and defeated the Cedarville Detour Islanders by the score of 51-37. Rudyard 9-0 on the year, winning their games by an average of 32 points per game. The Rudyard Bulldogs topped previously unbeaten Munising last Saturday here at the Harris Call Gymnasium by the score of 57-34. And then Tuesday night in EUP Conference basketball, Rudyard all over Brimley by a 94-47 count. As I mentioned earlier, these teams met at the beginning of the season as Rudyard knocked off Sault High 60-58. EJ Suggett with a coast-to-coast drive to lift the Bulldogs to the win. And really, Ray, it's the only game that the Bulldogs have been challenged in. So this a tough matchup for them, at least in the first part of the season. But we've seen this Rudyard Bulldogs team a lot over the past couple years. You and I followed them all the way to the Van Andel Arena last season, where they made their first state semifinal since 1963. And I would believe expectations even higher for this squad. Tate Besteman, Cam Peterson, and of course EJ Suggett, among others. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. And looking at that first game, Ray, what does Sault High need to do a little differently to try to get the win here in Rudyard tonight? They played them close in the opening game. What are some of the keys for the Blue Devils to get the win tonight?
I think the biggest key for Sault High is they got to be able to score points. Oshowski, Haller, Scott have all been good scorers at times. I think all 3 of them need to have a really good game. And then the X factor, if Sault High can get their post players with Campbell and Fazzari, Gurno going inside, that could be a big X factor and give them more points, because if you're scoring inside, it's going to open up for the outside. So we haven't seen everybody play a complete game. That's what, if you're Sioux, you want to do. And I'm sure defensively they're going to have a few wrinkles to try and get Suggett off his game, Besteman off his game. That will be interesting to see the game with inside the game.
Straits Area Conference title race right now. Rudyard, who plays in both the EUP and Straits Area Conference, 3-0 in the Straits. Sault High 2-1, St. Ignace 2-2, Sheboygan 1-2, and Newberry 0-3. So if the Bulldogs do win, Ray, pretty unlikely to see them not claim the Straits Area Conference title. And if the Blue Devils win, the race is on. You look at Sheboygan, Newberry, and St. Ignace. St. Ignace, the Blue Devils will play next Friday night. Certainly a big game, but really the winner of this game has a good shot to at least share the conference title, or if Rudyard wins, a real good shot to win it outright.
Yeah, I think you're right. If Rudyard wins, I think they're going to win the conference for sure. The only hope is Sioux wins, and then the Sioux potentially could tie them.
We're going to take our first break here in the tip-off show, and Ray and I come back. We'll have more from the Harris Call Gymnasium as the Rudyard Bulldogs set to tangle with the Sault High Blue Devils. You are listening to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. And welcome back to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. Scott Nason and Ray Bell with you on this Friday night as we have boys basketball, as the undefeated Rudyard Bulldogs set to take on the 5-5 Sault High Blue Devils here in Rudyard. And Ray, Rudyard certainly high expectations this season. They also have high rankings in the latest Upper Peninsula Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association poll. In Division 4, they are tied with Trout Creek in the first ranking, and those two teams potentially could meet in the quarterfinals if they both make it. Rudyard also ranked number 3 in the state AP poll, and so plenty of high expectations for the Rudyard Bulldogs, coached by Jim Suggett and Tracy Peterson. And what I wanted to talk to you about before we go to our final break is having those two coaches, quite a dynamic. Jim Suggett brings the energy. Tracy Peterson, kind of the quiet guy for the most part on the bench, but has a very high basketball IQ. They both do. You don't see a lot of co-coaches, quote unquote, around in high school basketball, but it certainly worked well for Rudyard, and they're showing it on the court. State semifinal last year and higher expectations this season.
Well, you figure higher levels when you coach, it is a team approach. It's only in high school that you see just a head coach. The really good high school coaches will have assistant coaches, and they want someone else to bang ideas off of, give them a different point of view. And each coach is going to see something different. It's a whole lot. When we were at our peak running well during the games, I'd have Joel or Bill Bowen when he was helping me. You guys watch the post play. I'm going to watch the guard play. I can't watch both. Or I'd give them certain assignments that I want them to watch in the other team. So it's just a win-win if you can not have the ego, ultimately practice what you preach. This is about being a team and everybody working together. It can work great all the time. Last
night we had girls basketball here on 1230 WSOO. The Sault High Blue Devils knock off the Rudyard Bulldogs by the score of 58-32. Sault High led the entire game and limited the Bulldogs to just 4 field goals in that first half and 11 total points in a game that featured 57 free throws. Ray, I don't think we're going to see that tonight, but free throws always a big part of any game, and with Sault High, I know listening to you and Dave doing some broadcasts this season, that's something that Blue Devils have gotten to the line more the past few games, but beginning of the season, they didn't get to the line much. What has changed in that department as far as them getting more free throws? Are they just driving to the hoop more?
They're driving. It's not just driving to the hoop, but you got to drive, and you got to the trick is to initiate contact, get the defender moving, you initiate contact, go into his body, protect the ball, and go up. And that's what they've done a much better job of doing.
In order to beat this Rudyard team, Ray, obviously Sault High is going to have to play one of their, if not their best game of the season. Tate Besteman at 6'8", obviously poses a tough matchup for any team with his size. But, these other players, and it's not just the Petersons, it's not just the Suggets, it's not just the Bestman. You got a lot of key role players on there. Zerp, Mayer, Nolan, some of these guys come off the bench and give big minutes. What does Rudyard have to do well to beat Sault High? They did that in their opening game. What do the Bulldogs have to do to get the victory and stay undefeated?
I think the Bulldogs seem to play best when they're running, when they're pushing the ball up and down the court, making an up-tempo game, when they're getting other players into the game, not just Suggett and Besteman. Those other players are bearing the opportunities when they get the shots. That will open up the floor because now you can't double Besteman and you can't double Suggett. You got to play them one-on-one, and just opens it up. So tempo, I think, is a huge key for this game.
Coach's Corner tomorrow morning right here on 1230 WSOO, 11:05, live from Applebee's on the I-75 Business Spur in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. I'll be filling in for Dave Watson tomorrow morning. We'll have the scores that matter at 11:05. Special guests include Rick Federow, the chairman of the I-500 snowmobile race, a race you can hear a week from Saturday right here on 1230 WSOO with our own broadcast engineer tonight, Mark San Angelo, and a cast of thousands. We'll also be talking Sioux Eagles hockey with their head coach, Doug LaPrade, all on Coach's Corner tomorrow morning right here on 1230 WSOO. As the teams are huddling up, we're going to take our final break here in our tip-off show. When Ray and I come back, we'll have boys basketball from Rudyard as the Rudyard Bulldogs will take take on the Sault High Blue Devils in what should be a dandy. You are listening to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. Welcome back to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. Scott Nason filling in for Dave Watson on this Friday night as we're joined by basketball analyst Ray Bell. Starting lineups for the Blue Devils: Carter Olszewski, Max Scott, Riley Cox, Callan Campbell, and Jonah Danuccio McShane. And starting for the Rudyard Bulldogs: Tate Besteman, Cam Peterson, Brett Mayer, Austin Warner, and E.J. Suggett. And the Bulldogs win the tip. Peterson takes it over on the far sideline, and we are underway. Rudyard going right to left, as seen on your radio dial. Now the Bulldogs with it. Suggett up top, being guarded by Danuccio McShane. Now Suggett. Left of the lane, gets back up top to Besteman. Now Besteman, and he'll be fouled. That'll be the first foul in the contest, and that'll go on Jonah Danuccio McShane, his first.
Yep. Besteman's tough on the wing. He's very good at taking the ball to the hoop, and you're better off to move your feet, not reach.
20 seconds gone by in this first quarter, no score. Now Mayer gets it over to Warner. Warner with the drive, rattles that one in. Rudyard up 2-0. We played 30 seconds. Now the Blue Devils with it. Max Scott on the right side. That's Danuccio McShane. Now back up top. Cox. Cox over to Olszewski. Now Olszewski, top of the arc. Bounce pass over to Cox. Now Cox along the baseline. Back to Olszewski, near side. That's Scott. Scott being guarded by Mayer. Now Olszewski drives to the hoop, puts up the runner off the high glass and in. Nice drive by Carter Olszewski. We're tied at 2.
Good patience by the Sioux. The work until they had a lane to drive and get the basket.
Now Rudyard walking the ball up court. Suggett over to Peterson. Now Peterson being guarded by Scott. Peterson with a nice drive to the basket. He puts it off the glass and in. He has 2. Rudyard up 4-2. 6:45 to play in the first quarter.
Did a good job of tucking the ball on his hip, protect it, and then making the basket.
Now Campbell at the right elbow, up top. Olszewski, he launches the 3. No, that one rattles out, almost went in. Rebound inside. I think that's going to be a foul on Suggett as he was battling with Cox for the rebound, his first.
Yes, Cox did a good job going up in the air for it, and Suggett got a little push there to get the foul.
6:35 to play in this first quarter, 4-2 Rudyard. Now a lob pass at the free throw line. Scott leaves it for Danuccio McShane at the free throw line. Back to Scott. Now Scott over to Olszewski, far corner. He'll drive the baseline. Now he'll back it out. Gets it over to Scott. Scott on the left wing. Drives the baseline underneath the basket. That one partially blocked by Besteman. Blue Devils get the rebound. That's Cox. Cox over to Scott. Round the arc. Danuccio McShane. Now Danuccio McShane right of the lane, and we're going to have a carry. So that'll be a turnover on the Blue Devils. Ball goes back to Rudyard.
The Sioux needs to look to pass the ball into Campbell. He's been posting up several times, and none of the guards are looking inside at all.
You're interesting. Rudyard slowing down the pace to start this one, Ray.
Yeah, maybe they're going to – well, it's better to run off of missed baskets.
Yep, Suggett makes the shot from the free throw line. 6-2 Bulldogs, 5:50 to play in this first quarter. Now Scott has it on the near side. Danuccio McShane, Campbell over to Olszewski. Now Olszewski being guarded by Peterson. He's a good defender. That Cam Peterson up top to Campbell. Now Campbell loses the ball. Turnover, rebound by Suggett. Now Suggett drives contact, and that's going to be a foul against Sault High. That's going to go on Riley Cox, his first.
And the play it looked like Sault High was trying to do was kind of clear out the floor to allow the guard to drive, but Rudyard was just packing the paint, and there was no hope.
5:33 to play in this first quarter, 6-2 Bulldogs. Now Suggett to inbound, bounce pass inside. That goes off of Olszewski, who tried to make the steal, but it will stay with the Bulldogs.
And Warner does a really good job of sealing inside to get position to go up strong for baskets.
Now Suggett wide open underneath. That's number 23, Austin Warner. He has 4, and the Bulldogs out to an 8-2 lead, 5:25 to play in this first quarter.
You and I could have scored.
I think so. Well, maybe you. I don't know about me. Now here's Olszewski being guarded by Peterson. We'll watch that matchup all night. Up top, that's Cox. Now over the far side, Danuccio McShane. Sault High keeping it outside. Now Danuccio McShane drives, puts up a short shot, rebounded by Warner. Warner to Suggett. Again, Rudyard just walking the ball up court. Suggett, lob pass, Besteman. Campbell is a tough matchup tonight. Now Besteman gets it inside. That's going to be a foul on Olszewski as Warner will go to the line shooting 2.
And the Sioux, in some way, shape, or form, has got to take advantage of Besteman right now is kind of playing a one-man zone. He's swarming to the ball, so when he steps over, you have to make that pass to Campbell or whoever the post player is. And they can either take the short little jump shot or drive it in and score.
So Warner at the line shooting 2. He rattles that one in. He has 5. Now checking in for the Blue Devils, Dominic Haller, along with number 12.
That Kep.
Yes, Nathan Kep. Didn't have him on my lineup. Second free throw is good. Warner has 6, and the Bulldogs off to a 10-2 lead, and now we have a foul, I believe, on Besteman. That's his first, and if you're Sault High, you want to get Besteman in foul trouble often and early.
Yes. Yeah, I was just about to say, it looks like Rudyard is going to speed up the game here, but not after they get a foul. They're going to drop back.
Now the Blue Devils with it. Trailing 10-2. Now a long 3 far side rattles out. That one by Scott, rebounded by the Bulldogs. Now Scott almost gets the steal. That ball's going to go out of bounds and will go back to the Blue Devils. Although I don't know. I think they're going to change that one, and that's the correct call. I thought it went off a Blue Devil player, and it did, so Rudyard maintains possession.
Yeah. Well, and there was the Blue Devil player kicked it, too.
Right,
so.
yeah. There's that, too.
Yes.
Now Suggett near sideline on the inbound. Mayer, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Sault High trying to cause some turnovers as number 32, Emmett Fazzari, will check in, replacing Callan Campbell for the Blue Devils.
Tips, though, are a good sign of hustling. So the more tips you get, the better you're going to be.
Now Suggett lob pass inside. Again, that swatted away. That one by Haller, although it looks like it went off of Besteman, so Sault High gets the turnover.
Haller did a good job of sliding underneath and taking away that lob dunk away.
10-2 Rudyard, 4:25 to play in this first quarter. Blue Devils with the ball. Scott will drive on the baseline. Now back it out to Oshelski. Long 3, NBA range. That one's off the mark. Rebound picked up by Besteman. Now poked away again by the Blue Devils. Oshelski gets it back. He'll drive. All sorts of contact. Offensive foul. And that's going to be Oshelski's second foul. And he's a little slow getting up. Let's hope he's okay. Looks like he is.
I think that's the highest I've seen him get up.
Yeah, he got way up. Now Jacob Davey will check in for Oshelski with those 2 fouls. Rudyard with the ball, 4:10 to play in this first quarter. They lead 10-2. Now Peterson, go ahead, Ray.
I was just going to say, Peterson is very good at setting up the draw the charge.
He is. Great defender. Now Suggett at the free throw line. Draws a double team inside. Steal by the Blue Devils as Fazzari goes to the floor. Nice job by Sault High defensively. Now here's Scott. Scott along the baseline, Haller. Haller with the shot. That one's off the mark. Davey on the rebound in the paint. We're going to have a foul on Rudyard. I think that's going to go against Peterson. That'll be his first team foul, number 3 for the Bulldogs.
Great recovery by Rudyard. It looked like Sault was going to get an easy basket, and they recovered quickly.
Now Haller on the inbound, finding Fazzari. He puts it up off the glass and in. Emmett has 2, and the Blue Devils have 4. They trail 10-4.
He did a great job of pump faking and going into his chest so he couldn't block the shot.
Now Suggett, right wing 3. That one's too strong. Rebound inside, picked up by the Blue Devils, as that's Nathan Kep. Sault High with it, trailing by 6, 3:30 to play in this first quarter. Max Scott with the ball on the left wing. Now he'll drive, loses it, picked up by Besteman. Now Besteman gets it to Suggett. Suggett slowing the pace down here for Rudyard. Being guarded by Davey. 2 quarterbacks against each other there. Now Suggett, tough shot, and he puts it in. E.J. Suggett has the ability to make those shots. Not many can make those.
No, that's a tough shot. Great shot by him.
Now here's Scott with it. Up top. Over on the left wing, Haller. Now Haller drive. Nice step, and we're going to have a foul, and that might be on Besteman, Ray. And if it is, that's his second, and that's a big foul. We could see Tate Besteman on the bench for a little while.
And that's what you got to do. You got to attack the basket. Haller did a great job. Pump fake. When Besteman came down, he went up into his chest.
So Dominic Haller at the line, shooting 2 first free throw, nothing but net. His first points. Now checking in for Rudyard, Jesse Zerp. He'll replace Besteman, who has those 2 fouls.
And now if you're Sault High, you need to take advantage of this inside presence gone.
Good looking free throws there by Dom. He has 2, and the Blue Devils trail by 6. It's 12-6. 3 minutes to play in this first quarter. Now Suggett with it across the midcourt line for Rudyard. Suggett up top to Warner. Now on the left wing, Mayer back to Warner. Warner inside, finding an open player. That's Mayer. He misses the shot, although on the rebound, that's Jesse Zerp. His first 2, and Rudyard leads 14-6, 2:35 to play in this first quarter.
And that's what happens when all eyes are on one player. You can take advantage of that if you're Rudyard, which they did.
Now Haller, lob pass inside. Fazzari draws the double team up top. Scott, 3. That one rattles out. Rebound picked up by Peterson. Peterson with the ball up to Suggett. Rudyard leads by 8. Suggett with the ball, right elbow. Suggett now over to Zerp. Zerp back to Warner. Warner on the right wing. He'll drive the baseline, put up a tough shot. That one rattles out. Rebound picked up by Mary. Gets it to Suggett. Suggett up top. 3. Yes, sir. E.J. Suggett with 7, and Rudyard has their biggest lead. It's 11. 2 minutes left in this first quarter.
Yeah, no boxing out by Sault High. They're just worried about Suggett, and everybody else is getting free and keeping the ball alive.
Now here's Fazzari in the paint. He puts up the runner. No good. Rebound picked up by Warner. Now Suggett has it. Suggett gets it up to Mayer. Mayer puts a tough shot. Nice block there by Fazzari. Sault High with it. Here's Kep. Kep on the right wing. Over to Haller. Haller thought about the 3, but he thought about it too much. That's a travel.
Yeah, and sometimes Haller likes to drive. Sometimes he's passing up that outside shot. He doesn't want to just be a three-point shooter.
Now Callan Campbell will check back in for the Blue Devils, replacing Emmett Fazzari. Rudyard with the ball, $1:35 left in this first quarter. They lead Sault High 17-6. Now Suggett on the right wing, being guarded by Davies. Screen set by Zerp. Now pass to Zerp. Zerp underneath, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound picked up by Kep, and that's going to be a foul on Zerp, his first. Team foul number 5 for the Bulldogs. Now we have a whistle as one of the Rudyard players tying his shoes. Always an important thing to do in basketball, Ray, I've been told.
Yes, it is.
All right, so here we go. Sault High with the ball. Minute 22 left in this first quarter. They trail Rudyard 17-6. Max Scott will walk the ball across the midcourt line over to Davey on the left wing, being guarded by Peterson. Davey looking inside. Campbell draws a double team. Campbell with the right-handed shot. He puts it up and in. Callan's first 2, and Sault High trails by 9.
And that's good. Nice little play to get the post play involved.
Now Peterson with the drive. We're going to have a foul on the floor. That's going to go against the Blue Devils' Max Scott, his first. Team foul number 5 for Sault High.
Now, if you're Sioux, Rudyard likes to drive the ball. That weak side defender, if you pick a spot, try and draw the charge instead of reaching. Get your body set.
Suggett pass up top of the arc to Mayer. Mayer being guarded by Kep, and Kep will cause a tie-up. Nice defensive effort there by Nathan Kep, and will give the ball back to the Blue Devils.
Good play by Kep. He's a heady player, very patient with the ball. Now, if you're Sioux, you want to make sure you come down, get a good shot. Ideally, get a basket. Take advantage of Bestman being on the bench.
Scott with the ball across the midcourt line. Now draws a double team on the right wing. Haller, he launches a 3. That one's way off the mark. It will go off of Suggett, though. Sault High maintains possession. Kind of rushed that three-pointer there, Ray, it looked like.
Yeah, he did. And that's when a team's playing really good defense and getting the hands up in the air, it gets you off your rhythm of shooting.
Now Danuccio McShane with the ball for the Blue Devils. Gets it to Haller. Now on the right wing. Scott over to Kep. Now Kep inside, draws contact. It's going to be an offensive foul, and that's going to go against Nathan Kep, his first. He put a good move on there, but good defense there by the Bulldogs.
And that's the difference between Rudyard's defense and the Sioux. The Rudyard, that weak side defender, setting up to draw the charge. The Sioux's too busy reaching and trying to steal the ball.
30 seconds left. Rudyard with the ball leading 17-8. We'll see if they play for the final shot. Unlikely, but they might. Now Suggett almost loses it. Good defense again by the Blue Devils. Good ball handling by Suggett. He gets it to Warner. Warner along the baseline, had it blocked. And a nice try there by Scott to try to keep that ball in bounds, but it went off of Campbell. We'll stay with Rudyard. 18.8 seconds left in this first quarter. Rudyard with the ball, leading 17-8. Suggett inbound, finding a wide open Zerp. Another block there, that one by Haller. Zerp had it blocked again, but that's going to be a foul on Haller. The Sault High fans thought that was all ball. It was close, but the referees called a foul.
And that's depending on where you're standing or viewing that is depend. But rule of thumb is if you reach like that, a lot of times it's going to be a foul.
So at the line, Jesse Zerp shooting 2 as he makes his first free throw. He has 3. Both teams doing a good job from the line so far tonight. Sault High 2 of 2, Rudyard 3 of 3. Make it 4 of 4. Zerp rattles that one in. He has 4. 10 seconds left. Blue Devils with the ball trailing by 11. Scott on the right wing, being guarded by Mayer. Now Scott will back it up between the circles over on the left side. Scott still has it. Gets it on the near side. Haller right wing at the buzzer. That one's off the mark. Rebound. Danuccio McShane no good after 1 quarter of play. The Rudyard Bulldogs lead Sault High in boys basketball by the score of 19-8. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back. You are listening to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. Scott Nason and Ray Bell with you tonight in Rudyard. Boys basketball. After one quarter of play, the Rudyard Bulldogs lead the Blue Devils by the score of 19-8. Rudyard with the ball to start the second quarter. Now Zerp with the ball over to Suggett. Suggett fakes the three. Now he'll drive. Had it taken away by Haller. Good defensive play by Dom. And that's going to stay with Sault High as the ball goes out of bounds. Nice defensive effort there by Dominic Haller.
Yes. And if you're guarding Suggett, you got to watch his hips. His upper body can juke and jive, but his hips are going to tell you where he's going to go.
Like you juking and jiving on the dance floor there, Mr. Bell. Now the Blue Devils with it. Haller at the left elbow over to Scott. Thought about the three now on the baseline. Puts up the runner. Good. Max Scott's first point. The Blue Devils now trail by 9. Quickly up court. Rudyard has it. Stopping and popping. That's Cam Peterson. That shot no good. Rebound picked up by the Bulldogs. Now Suggett open for the three. He'll take it. That one's off the mark. Rebound picked up by Peterson. Rudyard with 2 offensive rebounds on this possession. Now along the baseline. Nice pass by Peterson. He finds Mayor's first 2 points, and the Bulldogs lead by 11.
And that's the difference in the game is the team defense. Rudyard is winning that battle.
Now Scott over to Haller. Being guarded by Warner. Pair of 23s. Haller in the paint. Outside to Campbell. Now Campbell. Right of the lane. Up top to Scott. Scott still has it. Over on the near side. That's Cox. Cox back to Campbell. Campbell over to Cox. Sault High patient on this possession. Trying to look inside. Now Haller has it as Warner falls down. Warner up top. Now here's Scott for 3. Yes, sir! Max Scott with 5 in this quarter, and Sault High trails by 8. 6:30 to play in the second.
Good patience. Now you need to buckle down on defense and rebound the ball.
Now Warner with it. Stolen by Haller. Dominic Haller with the ball. Stopping and popping. That shot no good. Rebound Haller. It looks like he was fouled. And that'll be the 6th team foul on the Bulldogs. As that'll go against, I believe, Zerp. That's his second. So at the line, Dominic Haller. He has 2 points, both from the free throw line.
And he struggled from the outside. This is a great way to get your shot to fall.
First free throw up and good. So Dom 3-for-3 from the charity stripe. He'll shoot one more. 21-14 Rudyard, 6:17 to play in the second. Second free throw up by Haller. Nothing but net. He's 4 for 4. And the Blue Devils now all of a sudden just down by 6.
And now they need to keep playing good defense and box out all across the floor.
And we haven't seen Besteman in quite some time on the bench with those 2 fouls. Now along the baseline, stepping on the baseline, that was Austin Warner. So Sault High taking advantage of Besteman being in that foul trouble, Ray, and they're playing well right now.
Yeah, Scott has done better when he's just taking the outside shot. Rudyard is really predicated to stopping that drive.
Now Aiden Bickle will check in for the Bulldogs, replacing Austin Warner. Blue Devils with it. 2 minutes gone by in this second quarter. They trail Rudyard by 6. Scott with the ball. On the right wing to Naduccio McShane, being guarded by Peterson up top. Now on the left side, that's Scott. Scott over to Haller. Haller thought about the 3 now, drives, puts up a shot short, gets his own rebound. Another chance. That one rattles out. Rebound goes off a Rudyard player. Will stay with Sault High.
And this is where one of the things Sioux needs to improve upon is inbounds plays where you get a really good opportunity to score. Rudyard does an excellent job of that.
Now Sault High with it. Cox, and we're going to have another carry there. That one by Danuccio McShane. The ball goes back to Rudyard.
Yeah.
5:38 to play in the second quarter. Boys basketball from Rudyard. The Bulldogs lead Sault High 21-15. Peterson with the ball for Rudyard. He'll walk it across the midcourt line, being guarded by Scott. Now Peterson left the lane up top. Suggett thought about the 3. Now Suggett at the right elbow puts up a shot short. Rebound picked up by Campbell. Now Campbell runs into Peterson. No call. Now Sault High with it. Haller left side 3. That one almost went in, but it rattles out. Rebound picked up by the Blue Devils. Danuccio McShane, and we're going to have a tie-up situation. And you can't see the possession arrow from here. We'll stay with Sault High.
Nice job by McShane battling for that ball for tie-up.
If you're Coach Suggett or Coach Peterson with Besteman on the bench with those 2 fouls and Sault High starting to get in there, Ray, at what point do you put him back in?
It's kind of a feel. I mean, if you feel your team can get out of it, you leave them on the bench. If you think the game is really swinging, then you stick them in. And a lot of sometimes games like this, I would use it like, hey, I'm putting you back in. You got to play smart because someplace in the district you might have to play them with 2 fouls. So
Yep.
you have to learn how to play with a 2-foul situation.
Leading the way right now offensively for Rudyard, E.J. Suggett has 7, Austin Warner with 6. And for the Blue Devils, Max Scott, who has 5 points all in this quarter. Dominic Haller with 4. Bulldogs with 6 team fouls currently. Sault High with 7. So the Blue Devils have it off the timeout, trailing 21-15, 5:10 left in the second quarter. Danuccio McShane with the ball, top of the arc, gets it over to Oshelski. Oshelski now to Danuccio McShane at the free throw line, backs out, gets it to Oshelski, lob pass inside Campbell. Now Campbell, left of the lane, puts up a tough shot, that one short. Rebound goes off, I believe, a Rudyard player? Couldn't quite tell there. It looks like Sault High's going to keep possession.
Yes.
We were kind of blocked by about 5 or 6 players on that one, Ray.
Yeah.
Now Haller on the inbound. Haller to Campbell. Underneath the basket, putting up a right-handed shot. No good. Rebound picked up by Suggett. Now we're going to have a foul on the Blue Devils. That'll go against Dominic Haller, his first, and team foul number 8. So that'll send E.J. Suggett to the line for Rudyard, shooting a 1-and-1.
And those are fouls that just drive a coach nuts because you're not going to steal the ball. You're a good offensive player. You do no good there. Just get your behind down and move those feet.
Now Denvy McCord checking in for the Blue Devils, replacing Dominic Haller. E.J. Suggett at the line, shooting a 1-and-1, making that first free throw. So again, both teams doing a good job from the charity stripes. Sault High 4 of 4 and Rudyard 5 of 5. Extends the Bulldogs lead to 7. Suggett with the second. That one rattles out. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound. And so that'll send Sault High to the line, shooting a 1-and-1.
Hey, that'll take it.
Yeah.
Opportunity for points. Clock doesn't move.
And that's Zerp's third foul, as Warner will check in for Zerp. As well, we're going to see our first look at Joe Gravel, as he'll check in for Callan Campbell, pair of sophomores there. So at the line for the Blue Devils, Nathan Kep looking for his first points of the night. This is a 1-and-1 situation. First free throw up. That one rattles out. Rebound picked up by Peterson for the Bulldogs. 4:40 left in the second quarter. Rudyard's led throughout. They lead 22-15. Now along the baseline, Peterson gets it, right wing 3. That one almost went in, rattles out. Gravel on the rebound will be fouled, and that'll be against Austin Warner, his first. And so we'll see Joe Gravel to the line for the Blue Devils, shooting a 1-and-1.
And he's a very athletic player. There's a big upside with Mr. Gravel.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop, Ray, starting, I believe, 7th grade, where he didn't have a lot of basketball played before that, and him and his brother John, who play in the JV squad. They're just great kids, and it's been real fun watching their development. Free throw missed by Gravel, but the Blue Devils on the rebound as Kep looked like contact. Another chance, no good, and that ball goes out of bounds as the Rudyard coaches really upset about something. There's a lot of contact inside, but Rudyard will get the ball anyway.
Well, I think he's being upset, saying, hey, we go for the offensive rebound and get called for foul. Call it both ways.
Peterson with the ball for the Bulldogs. They lead by 7, 4:15 left in this second quarter. Now Suggett on the right wing, being pressured by Davey. Up top to Peterson, right on the Bulldog logo. Now Peterson drives, move to the hoop. Tough shot. No, but that's going to be a foul on Gravel, his first. And so Cam Peterson to the line for Rudyard, shooting 2.
See, with Peterson, the Sioux would be better off to play off him a little bit, because just say, hey, take the outside shot. We're not going to let you drive the ball to the paint.
Peterson's first free throw, no good. So I said earlier the teams are doing a good job from the line. Now currently struggling as both teams have missed a combined 3 straight free throws. Peterson will get one more as Max Scott checks in for the Blue Devils, replacing Denvy McCord. Peterson at the line, second free throw up, and that one's good. Cam has 3, and the Bulldogs lead by 8 as we're halfway through the second quarter. Sault High with it. Scott along the baseline. Over to Oshelski. Right wing 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound picked up by Mayer. Quickly outlet pass to Bickle. Now Bickle. Nice move inside. Aiden Bickle puts in his first 2 points. And the Bulldogs all of a sudden lead by 10.
Got a good offensive foul getting away with it by Bickle. He pushed off on the way through.
Now right side three, that's Scott, no good. Rebound picked up by Peterson. Looks like Rudyard wants to run right now. So again, no Bestman. We haven't seen him at all in this quarter. Peterson with the stop and pop, no good. Rebound picked up by the Blue Devils. That's Kep.
Nice defense on Peterson.
Now here's Scott at the free throw line over the far side, Oshelski. Oshelski back up top to Scott on the right wing. Davey being guarded by Peterson inside Gravel. Gravel puts up the shot off the high glass. No good. Rebound again. Picked up by Kep. However, Peterson steals that right from him. 3:10 left in this second quarter. Rudyard with the ball leading by 10. Warner finding a wide open Mara, but the pass is a little behind him. Mara gets it over on the right wing. That's Bickle. 3. Yes, sir. Aiden Bickle with 5 points all in this quarter, and Rudyard leads 28-15. Under 3 to play in the second.
Yeah, Bestman stays on the bench. That was the question you asked earlier. He can just stay there right now.
He can, yeah. Keep him on the bench while Rudyard's doing well. Now Davey at the free throw line gets it to Kep, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Cam Peterson, well, I'll tell you what, I'd put his defense up against almost anyone in the conference, and that was a good play by him to draw the charge.
Yes, he does an excellent job of that. If you're Sault High and you get the offensive rebound, they're playing too much with the ball. They're trying to put the ball on the floor. You need to go up strong or kick it out. You can't play with it inside. There's too many hands by Rudyard.
Now Rudyard with the ball leading 28-15, 2:35 left in the second quarter. Peterson with it. Over on the right wing side, he draws a double team, and that's going to be a jump ball. Nice play there by Max Scott. Rudyard will keep it, but a good play by Scott nevertheless.
That's what you got to do. One possession at a time, out-scrap them, get the ball back, make them work so you can get up some easy baskets.
And now what do we have here? Now the ball's a little wet, so the official does a good job to wipe the condensation.
Or sweat.
Or sweat, whatever you want to call it. Now Peterson across midcourt line for the Bulldogs. 2:25 left in the second quarter. Rudyard leads by 13. Suggett, top of the arc. Now a screen set by Warner. Suggett draws a double team, and that one stolen by Davey, but as he was trying to keep that ball in bounds, he goes out of bounds. We'll stay with Rudyard.
That would be the best way to double Suggett, is when he's come from behind, knock it away. Sometimes do it, sometimes don't. Try and just have that thought in his head.
Peterson with the ball. He'll drive the paint. Oh, nice. No-look pass there to number 23, Austin Warner. He has 8. Peterson, again, you don't see a lot of points, but he's doing a lot offensively with assists and defensively steals and drawing charges. Now Oshelski gets it to Haller, right elbow. That shot rattles out. Rebound picked up by Gravel. Gets his own rebound. Gravel again, and we're going to have a foul, and I believe that's going to go against Sault High. And Joey Gravel better be careful. He's talking a little bit out there.
No, I think he stepped on the line.
Oh, okay. Stepped on the end line.
Yep.
Minute 50 left in this second quarter. Rudyard doubling up Sault High. It's 30-15. Suggett with the ball over to Peterson.
In 1-3-1 zone now for Sault High.
Now Suggett over in the near corner. Mayer on Suggett. Now he draws a double team. Looking inside. Nice pass. Suggett. Another nice pass. Bickle right wing 3. Yes, sir. Aiden Bickle with 8. And the Bulldogs lead by 18.
And the worst thing about Bickle scoring, he gets the crowd into it.
It sure does.
He's got a lot of passion and excitement.
Great passing on that possession by the Bulldogs. Haller over to Scott. Scott on the left wing being guarded by Mayer. Now Scott with the drive in the paint. Puts up the shot. Things just not bouncing in for the Blue Devils right now as Bickle almost lost that rebound. Rudyard has it again. They lead by 18. A minute left. Here's Peterson with it. Left of the lane. Now Peterson gets it to Bickle. On the left wing, Peterson being guarded by Haller. Now Peterson inside. That one swatted away by Gravel. Although Rudyard gets it back. Here's Warner in the paint. Nice pass to Peterson. He puts it up off the glass and in. Peterson with 5, and Sault High trailing by 20 with 40 seconds left in the second quarter.
And just like that.
Boy, passing stellar for Rudyard here in the later stages of the second quarter. Now Chelsky with it. Sault High needs a bucket here. Now Scott, he loses it. Suggett with the ball. Suggett on the drive, bounce pass. Peterson with the left hand, misses it. Rebound picked up by the Blue Devils. Here's Kep with it, 20 seconds left. Kep going to carry the ball. Got a little excited. He saw some space, and that's going to be another turnover for Sault High. So Rudyard will probably play for the last shot here, leading by 20.
They may, first good opportunity, take the basket, keep keep the pedal to the metal.
And all of this without Besteman. That's even more impressive for the Bulldogs.
It's the advantage that Rudyard is such a great passing team.
Now Peterson with it, 5 seconds left. Up top, Suggett, he had to kind of adjust his shot, and that one will go short at halftime. It's been all Rudyard as they lead the Sault High Blue Devils by the score of 35-15. We'll take a 3-minute break and be back with our halftime show. You are listening to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. And welcome back to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. Scott Nason filling in for Dave Watson on this Friday night, joined by basketball analyst Ray Bell here in Rudyard. At halftime in boys basketball, the Rudyard Bulldogs lead the Sault High Blue Devils by the score of 35-15. Before we recap the scoring, Ray, your thoughts on what's transpired here. Rudyard does it all with Besteman not playing for the majority of the game and no points, and it just shows the strength of this team. They put on a clinic towards the end of that second quarter.
If you're a great passing team, you can play with anybody because you're more worried about getting the best shot for your team. It's not about me getting my point. It's about who can get that easy basket, who can get the wide open three, and that's what Rudyard has done. The Sioux has kind of made the attempt to shut down Suggett. They've double teamed him, and you can tell all eyes are watching Suggett, but they're just passing the ball around and then boxing out. The other thing the Sioux has got to do, that shot goes up, you got to get a body and box people out. Shooters don't like to be boxed out. That's one of the best ways to get them off their game. And offensively, the Sioux, at times it's not individual play, but it's not total team play. Some of the guards are more worried about looking to drive when there's post players open. You got to function and pass the ball and move. The Rudyard defense is basically dictating to Sault High what shots we're going to give up on the whole. There was about a 4-minute stretch where the Sioux offense worked around and was getting shots that they wanted. And that's been the big difference of the ballgame.
Leading the way offensively for the Bulldogs, 3 players with 8 points, Aiden Bickle, Austin Warner, and E.J. Suggett. Cam Peterson with 5, Jesse Zerp with 4, Brett Mayer with 2. No points so far for Tate Besteman. He got in early foul trouble, didn't play for a good portion of the first quarter and the entire second quarter. For the Blue Devils, they're being led offensively by Max Scott. He has 5 points on the night. Dominic Haller with 4. Carter Oshelski, Callan Campbell, and Emmett Fazzari with 2. Sault High 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Rudyard 6 of 8. Foul trouble. Besteman with 2 for the Bulldogs. Zerp with 3. And for the Blue Devils, Carter Oshelski has 2 fouls. He was out a good chunk of the first quarter and early second with those 2 fouls, and that's about it. So we're going to take our final break here at halftime. When Ray and I come back, we'll have the start of the second half of play from Rudyard. Again, our score, the Bulldogs lead Sault High by the score of 35-15 in boys basketball. You are listening to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. Scott Nason and Ray Bell with you on this Friday night as we are just about to start the third quarter of play here in Rudyard. The Rudyard Bulldogs lead the Sault High Blue Devils by the score of 35-15. Coach's Corner tomorrow morning on 1230 WSOO. Yours truly filling in for Dave Watson. Live from Applebee's on the I-75 Business Spur in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. We'll have the show starting at 11:05 with the scores that matter. Special guests on Coach's Corner tomorrow include Rick Federer, the chairman of the I-500 snowmobile race, which will be a week from tomorrow here in Sault Ste. Marie. You can hear that race on this radio station next Saturday. We'll also be talking Sioux Eagles hockey with their head coach Doug LaPrade. The Sioux Eagles set to resume their season a week from tonight, as they will take on the Powassan Voodoos, a game you can hear over on our sister station, News Talk 1400, with myself and Rob Horn doing the play-by-play and color commentating duties. So Sault High with the ball to start the third quarter. We got a big hill to climb. They trail by 20, and we'll see what they can do.
Take it one possession at a time.
Yep. Now Scott up top to Danuccio McShane. Campbell. Now Besteman out there. We haven't seen him in a while. He has those 2 fouls. Scott up top. Thought about the 3. Being pressured by Warner. Scott over to Cox. Now Cox along the baseline. Nice pass to Campbell. Had it blocked by Besteman. Peterson keeps it alive, and Rudyard gets it.
He just needed to go up a little stronger, but that was a much better offensive flow by Sault High.
Now Warner in the far corner. Gets it to Peterson. Peterson at the free throw line. Trying to find Warner. He does. Warner with the ball. Far corner over to Besteman. Besteman inside. Now gets it out to Suggett. Thought about the 3. Still has it. Gets it over to Warner. Now Warner along the baseline puts up a shot, a tough one. That one's no good, and we're going to have a foul, I believe, on the... Oh, it's going to go on Olszewski. Wow. I thought for sure that was going on Warner, and I think a lot of people did, Ray.
Yeah, I got no comment.
That was a tough call. So Rudyard will keep possession. Here's Peterson with it at the left elbow. Stops and pops. That one's short. Rebound over to Besteman. Now Mayer has it. Peterson, top of the arc. Now Peterson on the drive. Gets it outside to Warner. Rather Mayer. Now Besteman inside. Besteman gets tied up. Nice play there by Scott. A big size disadvantage for Max Scott, but he makes a nice play. Rudyard will keep it, though.
If the big guys bring the ball down, it's no longer a height disadvantage.
Sugget to inbound along the baseline. Gets it to Mayer. Mayer being guarded by Olszewski. Now Mayer at the free throw line over to Warner on the left wing. Campbell comes out. Now DiNuccio McShane on him. Now Peterson. That's going to be a travel on Warner. Good defense there by DiNuccio McShane, causing the turnover for Rudyard.
Yeah, much better job to come out to start by Sault High, both offensively and defensively.
No scoring yet in this third quarter. Bulldogs lead by 20, 6:40 left in the third. Now Olszewski being guarded by Peterson. Olszewski drives, gets it up top. Scott, check that, DiNuccio McShane, near corner. Now up top to Cox. Cox at the right elbow, stops and pops, no good. Rebound picked up by Besteman. Sault High not shooting the ball very well here so far. Now here's Warner, draws a double team, looks for Besteman, and Besteman puts in his first points of the night. And Rudyard has their biggest lead of the night. It's 22.
And if you go double the ball, Rudyard is so good at passing to the open person and get shots like that.
Now Scott leaves it for DiNuccio McShane, who fumbled it, but he gets it back. Now here's Olszewski along the baseline. Good defense by Peterson. DiNuccio McShane with it. Peterson almost tipped that ball away, and that's going to be a carry as well by DiNuccio McShane, and credit the defense by Warner on that possession.
And Sault High played into that defense. You get the ball to the left side, there's nothing there. Swing it over to the right side. The Sioux has a tendency to keep it on one side of the floor, which helps the defense.
5:50 left in this third quarter. Rudyard with a 37-15 lead. Now Sugget looking for Besteman. Nice play by Campbell with the steal. Here's Olszewski across the midcourt line for the Blue Devils, finding Cox, and he'll be fouled underneath, and that's on Besteman, so that's his third. So Tate Besteman getting in foul trouble tonight.
Yeah, and he's going to have to learn. Don't reach that play. You're up by 20.
Right.
If they happen to just put your arms up, concede the layup.
So Besteman will sit down once again, replaced by Zerp, who has 3 fouls of his own. First foul for the half by the Bulldogs. Now DiNuccio McShane, inbound underneath the Rudyard basket. Finding Campbell, driving to the hoop, puts it up with the left hand and in. Callan has 4, and the Blue Devils trail by 20.
Love it when you score on a baseline out of bounds.
Now Sugget with the ball, right of the lane. Looking for Warner. Now Warner, turnaround shot. That one's way off the mark, rebounded by Campbell.
Yep, because he had a hand in his face.
Here's Scott with it, thinking about driving to the hoop. He does, underneath the basket. Nice, off the high glass and in. Max Scott with 7. Sault High trails by 18, 5:10 left in the third. Now Peterson, oh my goodness, that would have went in. That would have brought the house down. Now Sugget up top, 3, yes sir! E.J. Sugget with 11, that's his second 3. And Rudyard leads 40-19, 5 minutes left in the third.
And that was all set up by Peterson driving.
Speaking of driving, Olszewski draws contact underneath, no call. Now here's Peterson. Gets it to Warner. Warner looking inside. Another steal by Campbell, but he lost it. Bulldogs get it back. Now Warner to Sugget. Sugget in the paint. Puts up a right-handed shot up and in. EJ with 13. And the Bulldogs lead 42-19. 4:30 left here in the third quarter.
The Sioux needs to score on their opportunities. They've had some point-blank shots that they haven't put the ball in.
Cox over to Scott. Now looking inside to DiNuccio McShane. Warner gets there, though. Gets it back up top to Cox. Cox being guarded by Sugget. Pass underneath to Campbell. Draws the double team. Now Campbell, turnaround shot. That one's no good. Rebound picked up by Warner. Sugget has it for Rudyard. They lead 42-19 halfway through this third quarter.
I like how they got the ball to Campbell. The shot might not have gone in, but that's going to help them later on.
Here's Sugget with it. Sugget, right elbow, puts up a tough shot. That one's short. Goes right to Warner, who rattles that one in. Austin Warner in double figures with 10, and Rudyard starting to run away with it now. They lead by 25.
And that goes back to you got to box out.
And another carry there by Max Scott as things are starting to go downhill for the Blue Devils. As checking in now for the Blue Devils, Jacob Davey along with Nathan Koepp.
And young Mr. Scott asked for an explanation. He says, you got your palm under the ball. It's going to get called every time.
That's a good explanation there. Now Peterson up top to Suggett. Suggett for three. That one's off the back heel. Rebound picked up by Scott. Sault High has numbers. Scott drives to the basket. Good play there by Suggett. Scott gets the hoop, but you don't want to get in a foul if you don't have to. Now Rudyard quickly up court, and they put it in. That's Brett Mayer. He has 4. Rudyard leads by 25. 3:15 left in the third. Now Davey, left corner three. Yes, sir! Jacob Davey's first points, and we got a track meet going on now, Ray.
Yep, as long as the Sioux's putting the basket in and stop occasionally Rudyard.
Now pass underneath the Zerp. He misses the shot, gets his own rebound, tried to get it to an open player, but it goes right to Scott. Here's the Blue Devils with it. Scott on Peterson. All sorts of contact, no call. Now here's Oshelski.
Scott's lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. I thought it was going to be an offensive foul. Now Scott with it, right of the lane, draws a double team, looking for Campbell, stolen by Suggett. Rudyard with it, leading by 22. Suggett with the ball, over to Peterson, and that's going to be a foul on Scott. Not a good one to take there if you're Max Scott.
And he's coming, I think he's coming out. He's out of control. He's doing too much one-on-one. He's taking it 1 versus 2. The one basket he scored was a great basket, but he's playing by himself.
Yeah, Campbell and Scott will go out as a couple new players out there for the Blue Devils. Emmett Fazzari.
Emmett usually brings good energy when he comes in the game.
2:35 to play in this third quarter. Bulldogs with the ball leading by 22. They beat the Blue Devils by 2 in the opener. Now Suggett driving to the hoop. That one partially blocked by Fazzari, and it goes right to Bickle. Bickle waits, puts up a tough shot. No good. Rebound picked up by Sault High. Here's Oshelski. Across the midcourt line. Blue Devils trail by 22. They trail by 20 at half. Nice pass underneath. Oh, but missing the shot. That was Fazzari. Gets his own rebound, though. Now Oshelski, left wing three. Yes, sir! Carter Oshelski with 5, and Mike Fitzner and the Blue Devils take a timeout with 2:06 to play in this third quarter. Sault High's not going away just yet. They trail Rudyard 46-27.
You play with energy, play with confidence. You got a shot, bury it. Big shot by Oshelski to get the momentum back for Sault High. Emmett bringing some energy on the floor. Big thing, make sure you play good defense. Box out on shots, play team ball coming down. Make the most of your opportunities.
Kind of reminder of last night's game, Ray, although it's a much different style game, but Sault High led Rudyard by 22 at half, and then the Bulldogs kind of played the Blue Devils even. This one's kind of following the similar script so far here in the third.
Yes, it is.
We'll have Sault High Blue Devil basketball coming up next Monday, as Dave Watson and Ray Bell will be at the Sault High Gymnasium for boys basketball, as the Blue Devils will take on the Newberry Indians. We'll have tip-off show 7 o'clock right here on Radio Sioux. As we hit the top of the hour, you are listening to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on WSOO Sault Ste. Marie. Scott Nason and Ray Bell in Rudyard, Michigan. Our broadcast engineer is Mark San Angelo back in the 1230 WSOO studios. 2:06 left in this third quarter. Sault High trails Rudyard 46-27. Sault High has never led in this game. They trailed 19-8 after the first quarter, 35-15 at half, and currently trail by 19. Bulldogs with the ball off the timeout. Sault High now applying a full court press and a steal. Davey gets it inside, and that's going to be a travel, I believe. Yep, that's going to go against Nathan Koepp.
I'm not sure he really actually had control of the ball.
Didn't look like it.
Yeah, I would. And this is why Coach Fitzner called the timeout, was to set up the press to try and keep the momentum going for Sault High.
Now the Bulldogs break the press. Peterson gets it to Warner. Now Warner in the paint. Nice move. And we're going to have another travel. That's going to go against Warner. That's Coach Tracy Peterson not happy with that play. Coach Suggett not happy with the call.
No, I think it wasn't a foul because, he got all ball.
Now Oshelski with it. Blue Devils trail by 19. 1:40 left in the third. Haller, right elbow. Shot. Good. Dominic Haller with 6. And Sault High chipping away at that lead. They trail by 17.
And that's what the Sioux needs, is some of their players to step up and make the shots just like Haller did.
Now here's Peterson over to Bickle. Thought about the 3. Now Bickle in the paint. Gets it outside to Mayer. Mayer draws a double team up top to Bickle. Now Bickle over to Warner. Back up top to Peterson, being guarded by Oshelski. Peterson, right-handed dribble, on to Warner on the right wing. Now Warner almost lost it, and he does. Sault High with the turnover. Here's Oshelski with it. Oshelski over to Haller. Wide open. 3. Yes, sir! Dominic Haller with 9 points now, and all of a sudden it's a 12-point game, Ray. 14,
yes.
Excuse me. That's bad math.
We'll let you go.
Thank you.
It's getting exciting in here.
Now Peterson drives to the hoop. He rattles that one in. Cam with 7. And it's a 16-point lead for the Bulldogs. 40 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, Cam likes to step up at big moments.
Now here's Fazzari, top of the arc, leaves it for Haller. Now Haller being pressured by Warner. Just 3 fouls in this half so far. We didn't see that last night. Now Oshelski, 3. That's one off the back iron. Rebound goes to Warner, and the Bulldogs likely will play for the last shot here. 20 seconds left.
Carter's got to take that shot if he's open there.
Suggett with the ball. 15 seconds left. Being pressured by Davey. 2 very good quarterbacks in high school football. Now here's Peterson. Over to Mayer. Mayer tried the 3. That one blocked. Nice play by Kep. Sault High has time if they hurry, but that one will go out of bounds. We'll stay with the Blue Devils with 2.6 seconds left in the third.
Unfortunately, Kep would have been better served to pass long, but I'm sure he saw Haller first. But still, great block by him to save.
Now here's Haller, long 3. That one's off the mark after 3 quarters of play. Rudyard leads the Sault High Blue Devils 48-32 in boys basketball. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back. You are listening to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. Scott Nason and Ray Bell with you on this Friday night. We are at the Harris Call Gymnasium in Rudyard, Michigan, as the fourth quarter set to start. Sault High outscores the Bulldogs 17-13 in that third quarter, but they trail Rudyard 48-32. Blue Devils with the ball. Now Davey, right of the lane for Sault High. He'll move it to the top of the arc. Leaves it for Oshelski. To Kep. Now Kep drives, finds some space, but he misses the shot. Rebound by Fazzari, and that one taken away by Peterson. Peterson with the ball. He'll slow it down.
Yeah, he almost did the over and back.
Yeah, he did, but he kept that ball on the other side. Now Bestman back out there, and he's going to, I thought he was going to slam it, but he lays it up. Bestman with 4 points, and Rudyard leads by 18.
He wanted, but he didn't get off.
Smart play.
Yes.
Here's Davey with it. Sault High's going to need to go on a big run if they want to win this game. They're playing better here in this second half. Haller with it. Haller with the drive. That's a tough one when you go against Bestman, but Fazzari again gets the rebound. Now Oshelski has it. On the right wing, he'll back it up. Sault High can't be too patient, trailing by 18. Now Campbell Fazzari. Nice pass, but missing it. That was Davey, and that'll go out of bounds back to the Bulldogs. Suggett to inbound. Gets it to Peterson. Sault High trying a full court press again. Mayer with it. Now Mayer gets it to Bestman. Rudyard in no rush here, being up 18. Suggett along the baseline. That's going to go off of Fazzari out of bounds. We'll stay with the Bulldogs. Now Denvy McCord will check in for Sault High, replacing Jake Davey.
Jake did a great job playing defense and being smart with the ball.
Now Suggett. Bounce pass inside Warner. He fumbled it and stolen by the Blue Devils. Here's Oshelski. Quickly up court. Nice pass. That's Kep. He lays it off the glass and in. Kep's first points. Sault High trails by 16. Now quickly up court, Warner. Inside. That one partially blocked, I think, by Fazzari. And Fazzari gets the rebound. Blue Devils trail by 16. 6:20 to play in the fourth. And Haller does lose it. A loss of concentration as that goes out of bounds. It's Coach Mike Fitzner imploring his team to get the press applied. Now Peterson with it. Peterson has trouble. Stolen by the Blue Devils. They put it off the glass. No good. Another chance by Haller. No. And now Peterson gets knocked down. Coaches wanted to travel, and E.J. Suggett takes the timeout. With 6:07 to play in this fourth quarter, Rudyard will have the ball, leading by 16. You're speechless, Ray.
I was listening to the official and the scorers go back and forth on whether it's a travel or not. So I thought he might have slid. I totally didn't see it as well. Just how it initially looked, you thought travel, but to be honest, I didn't see it. I was more interested in watching the interaction between people.
Yes, you were, and you're a big people interaction kind of guy, Ray, which we appreciate on the broadcast. Certainly a lot of fun here in Rudyard. Our next Sault High Blue Devil broadcast will be on Monday night, boys basketball, as the Sault High Blue Devils will take on the Newberry Indians. Dave Watson and Ray Bell will have the call on your home for Sault High Athletics, 1230 WSOO, starting with the tip-off show at 7 o'clock. And if you want to hear the podcast of tonight's game, you can find it a little bit later on the website, thegamesportshow.podbean.com. We have our show, The Game, Monday nights over on our sister station, News Talk 1400. Yours truly, along with Dave McKegg and Butch Davis, every Monday night, 6 to 8. The Game on News Talk 1400. So off the timeout, Bulldogs with the ball. E.J. Suggett gets it to Mayer. Sault High applying that press again. Now quickly broken by the Bulldogs. Peterson on the right wings. Along the baseline, Warner, that's going to be a travel. So Sault High causing Rudyard a few turnovers here, keeping them in the game.
Yes, and the Sioux has gotten some great opportunities. They just got to do a better job of finishing on those opportunities. Keep playing the good defense, one possession at a time.
Now we're going to have a foul on the Blue Devils. I think a legal screen. That one's going to go against Emmett Fazzari, his first, team foul number 4 for the Blue Devils, as Coach Fitzner again trying to get his team to apply that press. Broken easily by the Bulldogs. Bestament, just 2 points in this game. He's been in a lot of foul trouble, but the other players certainly have picked up the slack from him not being on the court. There is no slack on the Bulldogs, no matter who's on the court this season, Ray.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have another carry, this one on Suggett. That's Coach Tracy Peterson frustrated on that sideline. Pretty intense guy over there, and he's showing it.
Yes, he is.
Sault High with the ball, trailing 50-34, 5:30 left in this fourth quarter. Oshelski over at the far sideline, gets it to Haller. Now Haller drives the baseline, puts up the runner. That one short. Rebound picked up by Fazzari. Boy, he's played some good minutes out there, Emmett Fazzari. He's gotten a lot of rebounds and keeps that one alive as that foul will go on Peterson, his second, just the second team foul on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he brings energy. You hear coaches all level, you got to play with energy. He does that.
Now Haller on the inbound. 5:19 left. Blue Devils trail by 16. On the right wing, Haller launches the three. That one's way off. However, on the rebound, Kep. Oh, and that one's, I think, going to be a not a goaltend, but on the rim. As that rebound was tried to put in by Kep, but the ball was still hanging on the rim a bit there, Ray.
Yeah, Kep and Haller have kind of struggled with their shots tonight.
So Sault High in the full court press again. Rudyard with the ball leading by 14. Mayer. Cross-court pass over to Peterson. Now Peterson gets it to Bestament. Bestament just holding on to that ball, being guarded by Fazzari. Gives it to Peterson. Now Peterson drives, backs it out. Peterson back to Bestament on the left side. Up top to Suggett. Suggett drives, puts up the right-handed shot, draws contact. That's going to be a foul on the Blue Devils, and these will be the first free throws in the second half that we've seen tonight here, Ray.
And the shame of that was the Sioux was in pretty good position, but at the last minute they reach the arm forward, they try and block the shot, and that gets the foul.
Foul on Nathan Kep, his third, as E.J. Suggett makes the free throw. Suggett now with 14 to lead all scorers, as Riley Cox will check back in for the Blue Devils, replacing Nathan Kep. 51-36 Rudyard, 4:47 left. Suggett makes the second, so that extends the lead to 16. Blue Devils with the ball.
The big thing is come down, make sure you work for good shots. Don't look at the scoreboard.
Oshelski, long two left side. That one short. Rebound goes to Fazzari, and Fazzari loses that ball. However, it does go to Rudyard. Good play by Peterson to cause the turnover.
Yeah, if you get that rebound, you just got to go up.
That was steal by Oshelski. Excuse me, Ray, on the inbound. Sault High with it, trailing by 16 as we approach the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Haller, top of the arc, now moves to the right of the lane. Haller, good defense by Bickle. Up top, that's a long three, Scott. Yes, sir! Big shot, Scott, right there. He has 12. Coach Fitzner gets a timeout. Sault High still hanging around, Ray. They trail Rudyard 52-39 with 4:11 left in this fourth quarter.
Amazingly, you would think as good of passing team as Rudyard is, that they would be able to shred this press, but it hasn't worked that way. Sault High has gotten way too many steals. For Sault High, they've gotten quite a few steals off of that. Unfortunately, we haven't converted on all of them, but it has kind of given Rudyard some fits.
We'll have Detroit Red Wings hockey after our broadcast tonight right here on 1230 WSOO. The Red Wings taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. We'll join that game in progress. We'll also have Red Wings hockey tomorrow night as the Detroit Red Wings will host the Toronto Maple Leafs from Little Caesars Arena. Red Wings doing pretty good here, Ray. They've kind of slipped up as of late, but hey, a Detroit team above 500, they're it.
Yeah, I watched that 8-5 game.
Oof.
That was...
Oh, the defense in that game. My goodness. Thought I was playing.
Yeah, some of the not necessarily the greatest passes either.
No, that was a rough game. Hey, if you like goals, 13 goals in that one.
Yeah.
So Sault High still in this one. They trail 52-39. Rudyard with the ball, 4:11 left. Now Suggett over to Mayer. Suggett across the midcourt line to Bickle. Now Bickle thought about the shot, smartly passes it out to Suggett. Now Suggett at the free throw line over to Bickle. Bickle on the right wing up top to Peterson halfway through this fourth quarter. Now Peterson with the drive over to Besteman. Besteman just with 4 points on the night. He's been in foul trouble all night long. He has 3. Here's Suggett with the between the legs dribble. Now right of the lane over to Peterson. Rudyard very patient, trying to run some clock here. Bickle being pressured by Scott up top to Suggett. Now Suggett drives, and we're going to have a foul on the floor, non-shooting foul. That'll be the 5th foul on the Blue Devils in this half. That's Haller's 3rd.
If you're Sault High, one of the things you might be thinking about is if you have to go to the foul game is who do you foul on Rudyard?
Now Peterson with a quick shot. That one misses, so the Blue Devils could potentially cut this to 10 with the 3. They're still in it. 3:30 left. Oshelski, lob pass inside. Right of the lane, Fazzari. Now Fazzari on Besteman. Gets it over outside. Haller, 3 near side. That one's off the mark. Rebound picked up by Mayer. Boy, that would have been a big make, but Oshelski keeps it alive. However, it goes right to Rudyard. Good hustle play by Carter Oshelski, but the Bulldogs have it. 3:10 left. Rudyard with a 52-39 lead. Now Bickle has his shot swatted away. Besteman on the rebound, and that's going to be a foul on the Blue Devils. That's going to go against Fazzari, who doesn't like it. And again,
well, and I think after Carter stole the ball, I think Suggett grabbed him going to the basket. There was a foul there that was not called.
6-team foul on the Blue Devils, so Rudyard will shoot on the next one. Here's Bickle with it. 3 minutes left. Rudyard with a 13-point lead. Make it 15 as that's Brett Mayer. He puts it off the glass, and then he has 6. And Rudyard leads by 15. Time now becoming an issue. Under 3 to play. Haller up top. And that's going to be a travel. And Dominic Haller having some issues out there. Just not his night, Ray.
Yeah, no. And kind of like I said, if Scott, Oshelski, Haller were all on tonight, that would really be good for Sault High. They haven't really had a game where they've all been on.
Now Suggett being pressured by Haller. Suggett now draws the foul. And that's going to send E.J. Suggett to the line. That's Haller's 4th.
Well, and see, sometimes what you could do if you're going to play the foul game is you have a couple of kids come in and play defense, try and get the steal or foul, and switch them out for offense.
So 1-1 situation for E.J. Suggett. First free throw up, no good. So that's a break for the Blue Devils. But they got to score in almost every possession now if they want to win this game. Scott with the ball, right elbow. Up top to Fazzari. Here's Haller with it, being guarded by Peterson. Scott, long 3, top side, no good. Rebound picked up by Haller. Now Haller at the free throw line. Gets it out to Scott. 2:20 left. Scott drives, finds Besteman, smartly backs it out. Here's Haller at the free throw line. Nice spin move, blocked by Besteman. Good job by Fazzari to keep that ball alive. Here's Scott up top, 3. That one almost in, rattles out. Fazzari again on the rebound, misses the shot. Another chance for the Blue Devils, but a lot of time's ticking off. Oshelski with the 3. He hits it, and another timeout by Coach Mike Fitzner with 2:02 to play in this fourth quarter. The Blue Devils just won't go away. They trail Rudyard 54-42.
Hey, you never know. Play good defense, get steals, and now on offense you want to take quick, good shots. If you've got a shot in your range, you take it, you crash the boards, you be real aggressive. Emmett Fazzari, great job inside, keeping some balls in line.
Heck of a game tonight.
Yeah, he's out jumping Besteman inside.
That's not easy to do.
No,
Besteman
it's not.
6'8", Fazzari, 6'4", 6'5", in that realm?
6'5", I think.
Yep. So Sault High with the ball, or rather Rudyard with the ball. 2:02 to play in this fourth quarter. 54-42 Bulldogs. Sault High with 7 team fouls. Rudyard with just 2, so the Bulldogs can play a more aggressive defense with a few fouls to give. Sault High with the press. Besteman gets it. Back to Suggett. Now nice play to Mayer. And Rudyard in absolutely no hurry to shoot. Besteman over in the far corner being guarded by Fazzari. Now Besteman gets it out. This is where you need a shot clock in high school basketball, Ray, like we talked about last night.
Yep, or this is a coaching strategy. You got to talk about, hey, we're going for steals or fouls.
And the Blue Devils almost steal it, and they do. Well, they don't steal it, but the ball goes out of bounds. So the Blue Devils could cut it to single digits for the first time since early second quarter.
And make or miss, I think they're going to have to go for steal or a quick foul.
1:35 to play. Blue Devils with the ball, trailing by 12. Olszewski up top to Cox. Now on the left wing. That's Haller. Left elbow shot. That one's way off the mark. Rebound picked up by Peterson, and Peterson goes to the ground, and that's going to be a travel. So Sault High with life, but they are on life support right now as they trail by 12 with just 81 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, they need, ideally, one of their three-point shooters to nail a three.
Now the Blue Devils with it. Lob pass up top. Scott drives to the hoop, misses the shot. Rebound picked up by Fazzari. Now Fazzari underneath. That one blocked by Besteman, and that might just do it here at the Harris Call Gymnasium. Rudyard with the ball. If they don't turn it over, all they do is that's a steal by Scott. Max Scott, nice pass to Olszewski. Olszewski on Besteman, and Besteman with that size blocks that shot. Tough for Carter on that one.
You have to go into his chest, protect the ball.
And now Suggett gets fouled by Olszewski. Pretty much had to at that point, Ray, with just 50 seconds left.
Yeah.
And even if Sault High doesn't win this game, Ray, and it looks unlikely now, I think Coach Fitzner's got to be happy with how the second half went. You're not going to win the game, but that can carry over to the rest of the season as far as the Blue Devils play, because they played a much better second half.
Yes, I mean, and ultimately, Coach, you want to, if you don't win conference, you're gearing towards district play. So second half was much better in a lot of facets.
E.J. Suggett at the line, 15 points on the night, misses the free throw, so Sault High has life, but now time, a big issue, just 45 seconds left. On the left wing, now Fazzari has it. Fazzari up top, Sault High's got to put a shot up here. Time ticking away. Cox, three, that one's off the mark, rebound by Suggett. And that'll pretty much do it here. Olszewski's going to try to get a steal, and they're going to call a foul on Carter. He hasn't had the benefit of calls tonight, Ray, and that's it for Carter Olszewski. He'll foul out with 8 points. E.J. Suggett back to the line.
It's good try drawing the foul.
You have to at that point.
Yes. I mean, you got to.
So E.J. Suggett at the line. Rudyard will remain unbeaten, 10-0 on the season with this win. And the way the rest of their schedule is set up, Ray, I would be absolutely shocked if they don't go undefeated. No offense to the other teams they play, but this team, and we didn't even see much of Besteman as far as offensively. They are as strong as ever.
Yes, no, and they're looking to improve their play so they can go one game farther.
20 seconds left. Bulldogs lead by 14. Scott with it. Coming up in postgame, we'll be joined by head coach Mike Fitzner as Bickle with the steal. And the clock will run out. Rudyard in a prime position to win the Straits Area Conference and a very, very good chance to go undefeated in the regular season. Our final score from Rudyard, the Rudyard Bulldogs defeat the Sault High Blue Devils by the score of 56-42. Ray, before we let you go, just overall final thoughts on this game. A much better second half for the Blue Devils, but Rudyard, their depth, their strength, their ability on both ends of the court was the difference tonight.
Yeah. Overall, it was a good game. It was that last 4 minutes of the second quarter that spelled doom for Sault High, because that's when the lead really skyrocketed up. Sioux did a great job, had a lot of opportunities, much improved play, very entertaining game the second half.
Well, Ray, appreciate you joining me the past couple nights. You and I will get together for Laker basketball here in a couple weeks. You'll be back with Dave Monday night for boys basketball against Newberry. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your weekend, and great job on the call as always, sir.
Always great calling, doing a game with you.
I appreciate it. We're going to take a break here and head to our post-game show. Once again, our final score, Rudyard with a 56-42 win over Sault High in boys basketball. You're listening to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on your official home for Sault High Athletics, 1230 WSOO. And welcome back to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on 1230 WSOO. Scott Nason filling in for Dave Watson on this Friday night. Our final score from Rudyard. The Rudyard Bulldogs improve to 10-0 on the season as they knock off the Sault High Blue Devils in boys basketball by the score of 56-42. Big crowd here in Rudyard, and certainly a very entertaining game. The Blue Devils in that second quarter really was the key to me as far as Rudyard's ability just to play solid and very entertaining basketball without having Tate Besteman on the court. This is a guy that is one of their leading scorers. He's 6'8". He got in early foul trouble tonight, and you thought maybe that the Blue Devils would take advantage of that. However, it was the Rudyard Bulldogs and their depth and just stellar passing and just an overall really good defensive effort, especially in that first half. Credit the Blue Devils. They played a very good second half. They actually outscore Rudyard by 6 in that second half, but it was too much Rudyard tonight as they defeat the Sault High Blue Devils by the score of 56-42. Leading scorers tonight for the Rudyard Bulldogs, they were led by E.J. Suggett, who scored 17 points on the night. Aiden Bickle off the bench pours in 8 points for the Bulldogs. Austin Warner also in double digits for Rudyard. He had 10 points. Cam Peterson with 7 points. And you might see those 7 points and say, well, Cam didn't do a lot out there tonight. I'll tell you what, this kid did a lot out there tonight. We don't keep track of assists here. It's a little too tough to do during the broadcast with all those stats. But Cam Peterson certainly had a ton of assists as well. Defensively, he was probably the best player out there for Rudyard. 6 points for Brett Mayer, 4 points. Tate Bestman, who I said was in that foul trouble. Jesse Zerb with 4 points for Rudyard. For the Sault High Blue Devils, they were led by Max Scott. He scores 12 points in the contest. Dominic Haller with 9. Carter Oshelski with 8. 4 points from Callan Campbell. 3 points Jake Davey. And 2 points from Emmett Fazares. We are joined by Blue Devils head coach Mike Fitzner. And coach, just overall thoughts on the game. Certainly in the second half, your team really, I thought, played a good half. A tough first half, but you lose by 14 to a very good Rudyard team. Just your overall thoughts on the game, coach.
You know, obviously disappointed with our first half, you know, especially when we got that second foul on Besteman and he went out. I mean, he's such a huge part of what they do, and he's such a difference maker. You know, we got to take advantage of that at that point in time, and we didn't. And we were back on our heels. We weren't playing very hard. You know, just a first half I'd like to forget, to be honest with you. And that being said, incredibly proud of the boys in the second half. You know, best effort of the season. But you can't wait till you're down 20 on the road against a good team, and that's what we got to fix.
And the shots just weren't falling for a lot of your key players tonight, Coach. And I was very impressed with the play coming off the bench of Emmett Fazzari. You want to talk about a kid that was hustling his butt off out there. I mean, he really kept you in the game to give you a chance among others. And like you said, just overall, a real good effort in the second half, but you got to play a full 32 minutes. And so what are some of the things that you'll be working on over the weekend to try to, you know, get the team to play a full 32 minutes and have more success?
Well, you know, you're right. And absolutely true. Kudos to Emmett Fazzari. He was fantastic. I mean, his effort in the second half was the best effort I've seen from any of our guys all year. So very proud of Emmett and what he brought to the table. You know, I told the guys after the game, I said, your biggest mistake tonight was showing me what you're capable of in this second half. And we need to figure out, and you know, we didn't have a good practice yesterday. And I told them, you can't just get here and flip the switch and be able to play at that level. You got to practice that way every day. And that's going to be our focus going forward. We need to compete. We need to get after it. We need to push each other in practice, learn how to play with a great deal of intensity and urgency. And if we do that, we got the pieces on our team to be a pretty good squad. But the hustle plays need to happen. The rebounds need to happen. Taking care of the ball, just playing with some urgency on the defensive end and moving our feet and just not allowing somebody to drive past us. So it's just a toughness thing with us. We got to be able to get after it and make plays, and so that's definitely going to be our focus going forward. So kind of a bittersweet night. You know, good second half. Obviously very disappointed, but you know, it's something to build on going forward.
And going forward, Coach, your next game will be Monday night at home against Newberry. Dave Watson will be back for that broadcast, and you'll be joining him then. So, Coach, appreciate you coming up and joining us, and best of luck this season. I'm sure I'll see you somewhere down the road.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, that's Coach Mike Fitzner joining us here on the broadcast. With the victory, the Rudyard Bulldogs improved to 10-0 on the season, now 4-0 in Straits Area Conference play. And with the loss, the Sault High Blue Devils fall to 5-6, 2-2 in Straits Area Conference play. It's time for our next game preview. As I mentioned to or I should say with Coach Fitzner, our next Blue Devil broadcast, and the next game for the Sault High boys will be Monday night at home against Newberry. You can hear that game right here on 1230 WSOO with Dave Watson and Ray Bell. We'll have the tip-off show on Monday at 7 o'clock. Don't forget Coach's Corner tomorrow morning live from Applebee's on the I-75 Business Spur here on 1230 WSOO. I'll be filling in for Dave tomorrow morning live from Applebee's on the I-75 Business Spur in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. 11:05 start time. We'll have the scores that matter to start the show. 2 guests on tomorrow morning's show, including Rick Federer, the chairman of the I-500 snowmobile race, a race you can hear next Saturday on 1230 WSOL. We'll also be joined by Sioux Eagles head coach Doug Laprade, all on Coach's Corner, Saturday morning, live from Applebee's on the I-75 Business Spur in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. If you want to hear the rebroadcast of tonight's game, you can find it a little bit later on the website, thegamesportshow.podbean.com. Want to thank our broadcast engineer, Mark Sanangelo, back in the 1230 WSOO studios for getting us on the air and helping us out tonight. Want to thank all of you for listening. Once again, our final score in boys basketball, the Rudyard Bulldogs knock off the Sault High Blue Devils by the score of 56-42. You have been listening to Sault High Blue Devil basketball on your official home for Blue Devil Athletics, 1230 WSOO.